Hello everyone. Jamie and I are pretty excited about today's video.
So we promised in our first video we would share any improvements to the channel, and we have one today.
So now we're going to show you what's inside here. What we have is a Yi 4K camera. Now I got the 4K, not the 4K Plus, and the reason we got this one is in the first few videos where we were doing Jamie's Threadripper build, you may have noticed we were switching back and forth between two cameras, the one you're looking at now and an old Fujifilm camera that my girlfriend happened to have. The Fujifilm camera, while I was grateful to be able to use it, doesn't have a lot of features. It was 720 was the max it could record at. And it doesn't have any sort of image stabilization, which was kind of a nightmare. But I wanted to make sure we could get close-up shots. So I went with this camera. Now it seems like a little bit of a strange choice to go with an action camera, but there's a couple reasons why I did it. One, it's small, so it's easy to get into tight places, like inside of a computer, where if I want to get a close-up shot of something, I can get really close in. And two, this camera, it's a competitor with the GoPro. The GoPro is about $500 for just the camera. For about $400, I was able to get this camera, which records at 4K 30 frames per second. This, which is actually a gimbal, which allows me to have the whole camera actually stabilized. The selfie cam, which allows me to extend my arm and do kind of crane shots and stuff. And then it came with all of its accessories. So I'm actually really excited to show everybody this camera and all of its features. But let's go ahead and look at what we got here. We have the Yi 4K camera. It's very small and very light. It's probably 3 inches by 2 inches. It weighs probably about 3 ounces. It's not very heavy at all. We also have the gimbal. It doesn't look like much now because it's not powered, but what this actually does is there's gyroscopes in here that tell which way the camera is facing, and anytime I make a movement underneath, it adjusts to keep the camera in the exact position it was in. And that's really useful for any sort of movement in my arm, even if it's a micro movement, won't get picked up by the actual image. The image will be stable, which is great if I'm doing close-up shots of something when we're working on a computer. It actually came with this as part of this whole setup. It's they call it the selfie stick. This little guy right here is a Bluetooth remote that allows you to turn the camera on and off. And it also extends out if I twist and pull. But so those are all the main components. Everything else inside here is the charger for the batteries for the gimbal, and we have the actual battery for the camera itself, and the USB cable. Now the good thing I do like, both the charger pack for the gimbal and the camera itself use the micro USB cable to charge it. There's no proprietary plug or anything like that. It's all micro USB. But it also comes with the manuals inside, because there's a little bit of setup you have to do. But yeah, I'm really excited about this camera, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we'll cut to the next scene here, and we'll show you the camera in action. Alright, let's put it together.
So does the camera actually have its own tripod mount too?
Yep, it does on the very bottom right there.
And that's what mounts to the selfie stick?
Yep, and the nice thing too is the gimbal has the exact same mount. It doesn't matter,
so you don't have to use the gimbal, but
nope.
If you're doing stabilized shots, you need it.
Yeah. Alright, so the way this mounts is just, a lot of action cameras use this type of system. They have this kind of long, here I'll get close to the camera and show you. They have this kind of long screw that kind of goes down. Let's focus. Focus. It's a lot to focus on. It has this longer screw that goes up, and the camera just slides right underneath it. You slide it right under. Okay, so there is one flaw that I found with the Yi camera. To get the SD card in, it's right here. So a lot of times when I'm holding it to try to get the SD card in, I actually turn the camera on. But you can kind of fix that by putting the SD card in and then putting the battery in.
Looks like you have to take it out of the gimbal to
yes,
get the SD card.
To do the SD card, you have to remove it from the gimbal. Alright, so that is hooked up. Let me go get in front of the camera here. And first thing we're gonna do is put this selfie stick in here. Be-dee-dee-doo. Now, Jamie, could you hold the camera for me? Mm-hmm. It does actually synchronize with your phone. There's both Bluetooth capability inside the camera, and it does Wi-Fi. 5G, it's not on yet, Jamie, the gimbal. You're literally just shaking it for no reason. So let me
120 FPS.
Yes.
1080p. That's
one of the other things I like. So for us to be able to get slow motion shots, you usually want to whenever you're doing a slow motion shot, you usually want to record at a higher frame rate than what you're going to have the video at. That way it doesn't look choppy, it'll look smooth. It's hard to see, but there is a focus right here. It's actually listing the name of the camera, and the way the camera is set up is to broadcast via 5 gigahertz Bluetooth Wi-Fi. So it actually connects to the camera. You heard the beep.
I heard it.
And then I get a live feed of what the camera sees.
Over Bluetooth?
No, over Wi-Fi. It's technically a Wi-Fi direct connection because I don't think Bluetooth can keep up.
Yeah, I didn't think
so. Now
there
is some funk. Like for instance, if I move the camera rapidly, you'll sometimes see some image breakup. But it doesn't do that on the SD card. It just does it on the.
That's just the feed. To the phone.
Record, and there it goes. It's recording. Nice audible beep to let you know. Nice red flashing light on the top.
So I'm gonna hold this here.
I don't know why you're doing that.
Well, when you do that, it'll show how smooth.
We can literally use the video from the camera.
Yeah, it works too, huh?
I'm judging you really hard right now. Now we have it set up. So there's actually a couple of ways a gimbal can work. A gimbal can keep a camera straight on, won't allow it to turn left or right or up and down. It's just straight on. And this gimbal does have that feature. It makes sense. You just press the gimbal power button and hold it once, and it'll turn on. You'll see it. Oh, it's moving itself now. So right now it's in a full-on gimbal mode. It will not allow me to turn the camera. It just stays exactly where it is. If anybody's ever seen a chicken's head,
it's just like a chicken's head.
You move a chicken's body and the head will stay in place. And other than like left and right, up and down movement, this thing will stay exactly in place no matter what I do underneath. But there's actually a couple extra features that Yi has. They have it set up so that I can press twice, and then it enters into, I believe this is
like pan mode.
This is pan mode. So as I rotate, it's hard to see, but as I'm rotating the body of the camera of the selfie stick, the camera slowly rotates. Now, it does take some getting used to because there's a slight delay on the turn, but what that does that's good is it actually smooths out the human movement a lot. So, for me, my arm might kind of jerk around, but that's not going to jerk the camera. The camera will go slowly to where I'm trying to get it to look. But not only that, they also have pan and tilt mode. So what pan and tilt does is as I move up, the camera points down. As I move down, the camera looks up. And as I turn left and right, it decides to go left and right. Now, there is one drawback of this gimbal versus another gimbal, and that's that you can't manually control the gimbal. So you can't you shouldn't. You'll wear out the motors in it. When it's in gimbal mode, you shouldn't turn the camera. A lot of other gimbals allow you to manually adjust where it's pointing so you can get the angle. But I find that the pan and tilt mode is actually pretty intuitive. Now, to show you the magic of this, I am going to record a video of me doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and you'll be able to see how smooth the footage comes out. We'll pop up a box right about here. So this is the footage, keep in mind, right here. I'm going to pop a little box up here that'll show you exactly what this is recording right now.
That is so goofy looking.
Yeah. And then, so that was, I can't wait to put the footage, you're going to see, while this is, you'll see the up and down motion and the left and right, you won't see the little shakes that my hand is doing, because this is taking care of it. And as you can also, you probably, if I get it really close to the microphone, the gimbal is almost completely silent. You don't hear anything while it's doing what it's doing. But, yeah guys, I'm excited about this camera. It's going to allow Jamie and I to do a lot of good stuff. And I'm going to show you a whole bunch of B-roll now that I've shot with this, probably right now-ish.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Don't forget to, if you've liked this video or you're just excited about this channel in general, don't forget to like and subscribe. There should be a thing popping up somewhere down here. I don't know where.
It'll be somewhere.
It'll be somewhere.
We'll still figure that part out.
Yeah, but we're excited about the things we're doing with the channel, and yeah, give us your likes if you want. You don't have to. Please do.
Questions in the comments.
Yes, questions in the comments. Also, very soon we'll be announcing the name of his computer.
It's a cool one. I got something else I need to do to it to enhance the name.
Yes. So we will get back to you with that. But let us know what you think. If you want to talk about anything, have any questions about tech, anything like that, down in the comments. We're here to help. Let us know. Bye. Would you stop?
It's so fun.
Yes, because those I'm reaching into your butt. Right. Hello everyone. We're pretty excited about today's episode.
In our first video.